This is us, the Hart-Turgeon family. Before kids, life was all about living in the moment through alpinism, often ending in disastrous bivvies and heinous weather. We called that disaster-style alpinism. And then, next thing we know, we're parents. Mathias and Mika arrived, and now we're experimenting with disaster-style parenting. Chamonix is the epicenter of experience and like big feelings. And everybody comes here to live the feelings in the mountains. I think one of the magical parts of being here is how quickly we have access to nature, and like we decided to go up to the Brevant for the weekend to go rock climbing and to camp and stuff. It's literally out our backyard. Mika and I go there for a lunch break sometimes to go snowboarding. Like it's literally like a park. You've done a bunch of the small ones up here with Papa. So we picked a little climb that's accessible from the Hart-Turgeon, and it's the end of the first week of school, so end of a long summer. So I'm kind of psyched to be in the mountains one last time before the fall comes. But there's also kind of the coup de fatigue, a little bit of tiredness from the kids. So finding a happy place for everyone to...
From us?
Yeah.
And Papa?
Yeah. But Mika said first thing we got on the lift, oh, I love the mountains. So I think just being back up is pretty cool. Hook the hook on the heel, and then in the back of your harness, right in the middle, there's, yep. Have fun.
What happens if he falls there?
Well, I would catch him, but he would go a little ways. Mika, if you don't know how to take a piece of gear out or you have a hard time, I'll be right not far behind you, okay? The best I feel is when I'm having these real moments in nature with real consequences and, you know, real rewards. And so I really wanted to like teach my kids to gravitate towards those types of experiences in their life, because I think it'll make them happy. And I think it'll make them good people with good morals and good priorities. That is like what I hope to see the next generation of kids. Yep, you can get in my spot.
Mais pourquoi t'es là-haut? Pourquoi t'es là-haut?
I'm gonna come right behind you. Okay, I'm on belay, but your hands are off. Okay, I'm coming. Look at your feet. You're laying flat on the rock. There's lots of feet holds. Yeah, right there. Yep. Take a deep breath. Funny! Yeah, good job. There you go. Okay, look at your knees. Yes! Okay.
There's nothing else I can hold on to.
Push like a star. Push on both sides like a star. There you go. Then there's another foot there. Bring your right foot across. Push. Yes! Push your body up. There you go. Keep going and you're going to reach the peak. Hold in the quick draw.
This?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. There's a foot here. Up a little bit more. Then right there. Push. There you go.
Oh, c'était facile, non?
Non.
Non.
J'aime pas ça.
Hein?
Tu peux me descendre?
Mika, you're a champion. You're a champion.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, it feels indulgent to have that at our doorstep and to realize that we can go up there every day And, you know, they're 10 and 12 and they're soon getting into ages where they're more independent without us. And so they have to make choices on their own. And I really hope that all these adventures and education like puts them on a good path with good priorities, to care about the environment and other people, and to know that they can try hard and try things that are scary and not really know that they're always going to succeed, because the kind of magic that comes from that, it's pretty cool. But for me, it was also teaching them that it's our responsibility to give back and create the, you know, the environment that we want to have. That it's great to go and take this like big high from the mountains, but if you don't ever give anything back, it's pretty empty in the end. And eventually Mathias wanted to do his own project. So that's where Cookies for Climate came from.
The project is to plant trees and green up Chamonix, because it looks like a green environment, but there is a lot of bad gases that stay in the valley because of the mountains and close them in. We wanted to change that, and so we sold cookies, and last year we made 4,500 euros.
Wow, that's a lot.
And we planted 45 trees.
It was a learning process for me, for sure, and a learning process for him, and it was a successful project, but it connected us to more than just what we thought it would. We connected with a local farmer who took the project on, who helped us to plant the trees, and then Mathias ended up volunteering at his farm and learned how to, like, food production through how he raises his cows, and it became this bigger thing than I imagined.
Sometimes when it's hot in the summer and I'm like, I have too much homework, I'll just come here when I'm done and breathe. It feels amazing. I don't really feel like it's parent, I feel like it's brother, almost, in a way. I feel like I helped it grow. And it's amazing that I got to plant this tree and do everything about it, and that it's in the valley right next to my house.
Je pense pas qu'il y ait beaucoup de gamins à cet âge-là qui réfléchissent déjà comme ça, qui vont se donner du mal pour déjà créer un projet et aller jusqu'au bout. Et donc du coup, tout de suite, je lui ai proposé de collaborer par le prêt de terrain, ainsi de suite. Et ça fait vraiment plaisir d'avoir des gamins comme ça et puis de créer cette relation. C'est aussi leur vache, c'est leur patrimoine, c'est pas moi qui crée le patrimoine. Le peu qui reste dans la vallée, il faut arriver à le conserver. Ça, ce sera nos générations futures. Et voilà, il faut le soutien de la population pour ça. Donc il faut plein de Mathias, quoi.
Pretty quickly, kids become resistant to being told what to do. I could sit here and have a lecture with them about all these things I believe in, but if they don't live it, they're not gonna really understand what I'm trying to teach them, I don't think. There are some things that I see come out in the people they're becoming that show that we're doing some of it right. They're not willing to sacrifice those morals. Like, they're not willing to say, I will do this because it's easy. They're like pretty committed to it. I see the way they see the world in a way that is making it hopeful for me. Seeing Mathias commit to protecting this valley, I think that means we've done what we tried to set out to do, which is to like have roots here and not just be visitors. He feels ownership over his valley, like this is his valley, and he has ideas on what he wants to see happen in the future. I never really knew where I would end up or where I was going. I feel like Max may be the same. We just kind of stepped into adventures and jobs and places as they came along, and I feel like our lives have been pretty full of passion. I guess that's ultimately what I hope for my kids, is that they live a meaningful life full of passion, with empathy, and making good choices that reflect on how they live in this planet and around other people.